Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Bows & Company. I am your host, Emily O, and I am joined by very exciting company. Hello, Claire. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
We're so excited to have you back. I mean, we go so long without seeing you, and then now this is the second one in a quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So
I was kind of like in hiding at the beginning.
Yes, you were.
Of the year.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
which the last time you were on here was Claire's pregnancy announcement, which if you haven't listened to that, Claire's pregnant.
Yeah, right.
And that's a great episode. And now we're back with our new schedule, 2 a week. Tuesdays is the first episode, and then I don't know why I decided to do Thursday. I guess I could have spaced those out, but I feel like those are
right before
everyone's
the weekend.
busy during the week, so another like episode to get you guys through the work week. So how are you? Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. I'm fantastic. I can't believe I'm already in my third trimester. Time is flying. We've had some fun things going on and then fun things to come as well. So I've been good.
It has been flying. I cannot believe that baby Bean is due so soon.
So soon.
Like I had a dream on it last night, Claire.
I believe it. It's a little over 2 months or so.
Have you been having like crazy dreams?
Yes, but they're more like one of the not side effects, but like symptoms of pregnancy would be nightmares. So they're insane dreams where I wake up super confused and then roll back.
I'm sure they're very vivid. Because I had a dream last night that was vivid, so I can't even imagine if you're actually pregnant. But yeah, no, baby Bean will be here again, just to fill everybody in case you last time, December 5th. So how are you feeling? I mean, you have a little less than 2 months?
A little over 2 months.
Little over 2 months. How are you feeling about?
Good. Second trimester was a breeze. It was fantastic. And I really lucked out with all the weather because I felt like the second trimester, it was summertime. So I wasn't like super pregnant or uncomfortable. And then recently, like my lower back's been hurting a little bit, but nothing like still smooth sailing with the pregnancy, which is good.
I mean, knock on wood, but like I feel like you're just so chill about like pregnancy and like, but also like Claire was super chill about like getting married. Like I literally remember her. I actually think about you all the time, like as I go throughout dating, and everyone should strive to be like this. I don't know how I got off on this tangent.
I'm so excited.
But I vividly remember on Claire's wedding day, you were like so chill and like not worried at all. And I remember looking at you and I was like, are you nervous? Like I was more nervous.
You were really nervous to walk down the aisle.
So nervous, but also I feel like I would have been just so nervous like on my wedding day. And I remember, Claire, you were literally holding your bouquet. You're like, no, I like what? No, that's literally what she did, guys. That's literally what she did. And me and Alyssa, you were like, no, why would I be nervous? I'm like, oh my gosh. And I feel like that's how you have been throughout your whole pregnancy.
I think I was nervous like to walk down the aisle in front of everybody else, but like I wasn't necessarily nervous about getting married or anything.
No, you weren't. So like, not to talk about myself for a second, but like this really helped like as a sister moment, because like sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't know if this is right or not. I literally think of you moments from walking down the aisle and you were so chill and you're like, why would I be nervous to get married? And I'm like, you know what? That is great advice
To keep in the back of your head.
Because I'm nervous
As you're
and
sweating.
and I barely know this person. So yeah, just like everyone keep that in mind. I mean, I think if you're marrying the right person, that's typically how it is. But yeah, Claire's just like, I feel like you have been very like calm and chill with this like whole pregnancy.
That's good.
I also feel like it's been flying by. How are your
Flying
thoughts?
by.
Do you feel
I
like it
actually
is?
can't believe that there's only about 2 months left. Like December seems so far off, but at the same time, when you put it in weeks, it does not at all.
Right. I know that some people like love being pregnant and some people don't. What would your feeling be on it right now?
I would say I very much enjoyed the pregnancy. I mean, the first trimester I was super sick, so I didn't love like that stage of it. But even as it was happening, I kept telling myself that it was, in a weird way, I was happy that I was sick because it was like an inclination that, well, the baby was still there, still like doing well.
Yeah.
And then because it's before you can feel any kicks or anything. So like now if I haven't felt the baby in like an hour, so I just kind of poke my stomach and then it kicks me.
Right.
But so I would say overall, I very much enjoyed pregnancy. I would say that right now I'm waking up more at night and then just to roll over stuff, like I just feel kind of large. But,
okay. Well, you don't look large.
Well, thank you. But yeah, like it's just, that's the weirdest thing. But no, overall, I would say I really have enjoyed pregnancy.
And I feel like when we found out in March,
Yeah.
it seems so far.
So far.
so far, and now like it will be here before you know it. Do you feel like the baby shower started to make things feel very
all
real?
of the stuff, the gifts, when Connor was taking it either to the basement or up to the nursery, I was like, oh my gosh. And the like organizing everything, and we've slowly but surely gotten stuff into the nursery, so like we have all of our big things, and then the wallpaper is being installed I think next week or the week after. So I think once we actually have the wallpaper up and things a little bit more put away, it's going to be so bizarre.
And I would assume that your beau for this week is the first baby shower.
Yes. Oh my gosh. The first baby shower was so much fun. Our aunt threw it for all of my girlfriends, which was such a blast. So many wonderful gifts. It was a tea at our country club, and it was just lovely. There was like maybe 25 or so.
Yeah, there was a lot.
Girls there.
Yeah.
This past Saturday afternoon, and it was really fun. The worst part, not even worst part, but like I always get nervous opening gifts in front of people. I was the exact same way at my bridal showers too. Like it's just all the attention and making sure that you have enthusiasm for everyone, and you also like you've registered for everything. So like of course you're gonna love it because you picked it. So it's a hard thing to go in front of everybody.
It is an interesting situation. And again, I had felt like I was getting flashbacks to your bridal shower. Like it seemed like it was just yesterday. But I also loved, it seemed like people kind of threw in their own like touches.
Yes, right. And a lot of new moms who have little ones themselves put like their son or daughter's favorite whatever. So one of Connor's friends, she just had a baby I think a month ago, and she threw in her son's favorite sleep sack, which was cute and really thoughtful.
Yeah, no, I feel like there was like special touches, or like some people were like, oh, this was my favorite book when I was little. I do think it would be difficult, speaking from maybe myself, like if this is, I think for one of your friends, it was like one of her first bridal showers for her, I'm sorry, one of her first baby showers, you know, for like somebody her age, maybe that wasn't like a family member. So she was like, I didn't know what to, that's why Registry is so good.
Yes. Yeah. And it is nice to have that. I mean, I like when people throw in their own favorite things.
Either
as
one.
Well.
It's good to have like, here's the guideline if you need help, but if not, like people can get really creative.
Right.
You received lots of little giraffe pieces.
So many giraffe, which like giraffe teethers, a lot of giraffe books, which by the way, did not know how many different kinds of books. Like there was no duplicates if you noticed.
Yeah.
The people that gave giraffe books, they were not the same at all. So we're going to have a lot of those, which will be super cute. And then, so if you listen to the first podcast, the nursery has a giraffe theme throughout it. It's animal themed. It's the Aaron line from Pottery Barn Kids. Or Pottery Barn
I'll link it.
Baby. I don't know if there's a difference, but there's really sweet giraffes on it. And so I've kind of like run with that theme. And you could see it on my registry, and I've told people. So it was really cute because a lot of the extras were giraffe themed, which was sweet.
I love the theme, especially because you are not finding out the gender. It is a really good middle ground. Okay, well, do you want to talk about your stroller? Because that was a really big topic at the shower, because we had it out, and that was the gift from Mom.
Yeah, so we got a couple strollers overall. So our main stroller is the Silver Cross, which is beautiful. And I had seen it in person, I believe in Chicago when we first tested the strollers, but there was no car seat adapter. So it was kind of a useless stroller because you couldn't then put the car seat with the beautiful stroller. And then Katie Harris from Shop Boutique walked in after your pop-up shop with the stroller, and all of us just stood and stared at it. Also her baby, of course, but mainly the stroller at the exact moment.
She led with the stroller, I will say.
Yes, it was gorgeous. And she was the one that told me that there was in fact an adapter for the car seat that we were getting. And so that was, I mean, it was pretty much an immediate decision right then and there. And I think I got the same color as her, or very, very similar.
I think it was the exact same because it looked identical to when we saw it in the store.
Beautiful. And it comes with bassinet and then the typical stroller seat. And then all the cute little, I mean, I think most strollers come with this, but all the cute little extras. So like there's a baby water bottle that matches the car seat.
I didn't see that.
And like the little snack tray. It's
I wanted to live in the stroller. It's really so cute. Beautiful. And when Mom put it together like the day or two before the shower, I was like in the kitchen on my computer, and I didn't know she was coming in, and she just comes like wheeling it around the house.
Wait,
it's also really quiet.
Very quiet. And it's Connor mentioned this. I wouldn't have paid any attention. I guess the tension is great on the stroller, like with the wheels. I don't know. So that's fantastic. And then it also, which I think a lot of strollers do come with this too, but the bassinet, you can also get the stand for the bassinet. So in theory, like if the baby falls asleep while you're walking, you could like, you know, come back inside with just the bassinet and put the bassinet on the stand.
It also, because at the end of the shower, we were having a little bit of a tutorial. Connor was taking it apart, putting it back together.
Yeah, I have no idea how to use it.
He seemed to really have gotten it.
He's got it.
And it's appeared to be pretty easy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that's how most strollers are. I am not familiar with the stroller industry, but becoming more acquainted with it for sure. So yes, you received the Silver Cross, and then Elizabeth and I gave you a pack and play.
Yes, also from Silver Cross. Kind
of going with the theme here. And I think Mom said she was going to get a Silver Cross for this house just to have.
Yeah, it's such a pretty pack and play.
Yeah. And the stroller she was going to get too.
Amazing.
So
yes, both of them. And then she also did a stroller blanket, which is sweet because we are having a December baby. Like, honestly, I'm not sure how much we're going to use the beautiful bassinet because it also depends on like when the baby starts rolling and all that kind of stuff. Then you're not supposed to use the bassinet anymore. But we just got it all in case. So Mom got a stroller blanket too.
I actually think this is I mean, I could talk about like the time of year and the weather like to oblivion, but I think this is such a great time to have a baby because like your baby shower was like September, like it's still beautiful weather, like, and like you're still like you don't have to worry about like freezing cold and bundling up, and then right when the baby's born, like you could just hunker down.
Yes,
like,
and the really holidays, it's gonna be cozy too with all like the Christmas decor up and everything.
Do you? Because I'm starting to feel this, so I'm just wondering. I'm sure if I'm feeling it, you're feeling it, like an overwhelming need to like meet the baby right now.
So we had an ultrasound today, and first of all, I was so nervous that they were going to spoil the gender, and I'm sure I came across as like kind of crazy, but I kept interrupting everyone and just saying, you know, like we're not finding out the gender or anything, but even in that moment I was like, I think I just want the baby. Like if they tell me right now that, which it would not be good if they told me right now to go deliver, obviously, but it was like I feel like the last couple moments like before we actually are going to be like the longest moments before we actually know what the baby's gender is.
Yeah, like I woke up this morning, I'm like, I have to meet the baby, like, and I was like, what is going on? Like, so if I'm feeling that, like I feel like it almost just is like a like
I'm
it comes
so
over.
excited.
Yeah, so excited. I feel like we're literally not going to be able to be away from the baby. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
Like it's going to be a need. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of share some of those feelings with you and the crowd. Okay, we do have some questions, and I also was asking, you know, what with us having 2 podcast episodes a week, just like wanting to gauge the crowd on what they want to hear, because that's a lot of us time. So let me just look really quickly. Oh, this is a cute question. What name is everyone going for like grandma, grandpa?
Oh, that's a good question. So my in-laws already have 3 grandchildren. I couldn't think of the word. So my in-laws already have 3 grandchildren, and they are Jamie and Papa, which is adorable.
So cute.
And then Mom is going to be Annabee. And I think Dad's going to be Tear Bear.
He announced it last week on the podcast episode that he wants to be Tear Bear.
Honestly, even if it's shortened to Bear, I think that's kind of cute.
That's so cute. He's adamant about it too, so I don't think that's shifting. But it's very him. And Mom's going to be Annabee. I think I'll just end up being M.
Yeah.
And then Elizabeth, like Bits,
yeah,
something like that.
She said Bitsy for formal name,
for formal,
Bits
for
Bits informal,
for sure. Whatever they can announce. So I guess we've talked about this, but did just want to reiterate. Okay, baby shower details. So you kind of mentioned over the weekend was a tea, and then this coming weekend you kind of want to talk about what?
Sure. Yeah. So this past weekend was a tea at our country club, which I know we talked about at the beginning of the episode, but it was just girlfriends. We split up the 2 showers because it was just getting to be a ton of people, which is so nice. So it was just mine and Connor's friends on this past Saturday. And then the one that you and Elizabeth are hosting is primarily family, and then Mom's friends as well at the house, which will be just a blast with them.
Yes, there's a lot of fun things in store this weekend. So we're really kind of starting prep for that. And it'll be here before, I mean, these weeks have been flying by, but
crazy. It's already Saturday.
And then there's some girls who maybe couldn't make your first baby shower who are coming to this one. Which kind of worked out well.
2, which will be or maybe 3.
Yeah.
Which is so fun. So I had texted them. I'm like, you can't make it to the other one, but you're more than welcome to come to this Saturday.
And I'm looking at the weather right now, and it says it's going to be 78 and sunny. So
beautiful.
We are good to go, guys. That's like perfect weather. So we're really looking forward to that. And we kind of have had this undertone of like green throughout the whole theme for like, you had a really pretty green dress over the weekend, maternity dress.
And even the announcement with Grammy and Papa and Julie and Dan was all green and baby's breath.
Yes.
Since you don't know the gender, since we don't know the gender, it's really an easy color to go with.
It really is an easy color, and I think I like it better than yellow. For
The 2 showers are during the fall. Even a lot of girls at the shower this past weekend had on green dresses.
No, I know. It was so cute.
It was cute.
It was very cute. And like a lot of the house has green elements in it. So, and you know, green is one of our colors for our winters. So I do really like that. But what is the base of the wallpaper in your
like
baby's
an ivory?
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
With green vines on it. So the actual like background of it is white or ivory.
Gotcha. Yeah, I wasn't 100% sure. Okay, someone just said about Claire's baby shower, helping her prepare for birth, the baby, Anne's advice. So many different things there. A lot of people were asking about like names and stuff. You obviously have like names ready to go for both boy and girl. Not going to share.
We're getting there.
You are? Okay, you're getting there.
We have our girl's name picked out.
Yeah.
Boys, I would say we're pretty much all over the place. I shouldn't say all over the place. There's like 5 that we like. And so we on any given week, we're more set on one than another.
Has it definitely been harder with the boys?
Yeah, for some reason, I actually feel like I like more boys' names, which is making it harder because it's a little bit harder to narrow down. Girls' names, it was very easy. Like, I didn't like a lot of them.
Yeah.
Whereas I think it was the reverse for Connor. But I also think it's you identify with like your own gender too. So it's like you think of people from that. Like, someone would,
sure.
I kind of would say a girl's name, and I was like, oh my gosh, that girl XYZ.
Yeah,
we can't do that.
No, I agree with that too. And there's so many names that I love, but like you said, I'm like, oh, that will forever be that person.
Right.
Yes. And it's
like
hard to
also
separate
with our
it.
last name is very easy to match things with, but it also like you have to think of the first and last name together.
Right. It is such a good last name that you don't want to like mess it up with like because like a lot of people have bad last names to begin with. So then it's like, let's try and save this with a good first name. No, I'm kidding. That's so funny. Oh, this is cute. Will Anne have a nursery or bedroom dedicated to the new grandbaby in the house?
Yeah. So right now, there's 4 bedrooms on the second floor, and one of them has Elizabeth's twin bed from the old house.
Yes.
Our current house in it. And then the plan is she picked out a crib. I don't know if she's going to do a dresser or anything, but she has a crib for sure, and she might get a glider or rocker. To my knowledge.
We gotta talk about this when she's on Thursday, guys. We'll talk about this as well. But I think what's happening, like you said, there's like the twin and like that goes down the middle, and then like at the end of the twin, there's like a dresser, and I think they're gonna move that because there's a chair in the corner. I'm sure nobody's following this whole map, but I'll just keep talking. And then they're gonna put the crib up against the wall.
Cute.
But whether or not she's gonna have room for a changing table, I'm not quite sure.
Right.
But she also like could just kind of run one down one of the walls, like on the other side. So there will be a crib and is there a glider?
I don't know. I'd have to ask her. And
I don't know.
Dresser that's currently in the room is really tall. It's more of like an armoire style. So she said she's going to get rid of that to get a lower dresser so that she can have a changing table essentially on top of that dresser.
Yeah.
Or at least have a changing table in some capacity in the room. But I
Yes.
don't know about the like a rocker or glider.
I'm not quite sure about that. She picked out the crib. I know that for a fact. So she's not taking a room and fully redoing it into a nursery. She's just taking an existing room that they kind of designed with the idea of it being like a kid's baby room and inserting a crib and some other pieces. But it kind of lends itself to a child's room and has like the arch and everything.
And it was kind of always the plan when they built the house. And then the attached bathroom has a bathtub in it. So it was very much like a grandchild room going to be at some point at least. And then she's adding the crib and other accoutrements for a baby.
Correct. So that's kind of like the outline for that. And then I think you've mentioned this on the previous episode, but your nursery is my old bedroom. So it's like the first bedroom that is on the second floor, which I think is perfect because
it's fantastic because it's close by our room and then it's the middle sized room. So we're going to keep the nursery if and when we have a second or maybe a third child, because since we didn't find out the gender, it'll be gender neutral. So we'll be able to move the baby from the nursery into my old room essentially and then keep that as
that was my next question. If you were going to like keep like let that be their room or
no,
it seems like a lot of like up and down and around.
Right. We'll probably just keep it as the nursery.
Yeah.
It depends. That. If we end up having 3 children, like logistically,
you'll figure that out.
Yeah. That's a down the line problem.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna have other bigger problems than just wallpaper dismantling.
Right, exactly.
That's so funny. A lot of people are asking about the baby shower. So there will be a full recap for this upcoming baby shower because it'll be at the house and like we'll have more to share with that. Kind of maybe like some behind the scenes of things as we're getting ready for it. You're wearing green again too.
Green and white.
Green and white.
It's a very easy color.
Very easy. Okay, next we're going to kind of move on to some things that you've registered for, because I've been getting a lot of questions and like I literally don't know what to answer with everyone, because I know you've got, but I think it's good to have you here. So she's just going to kind of run through some things that she registered for, maybe has already received or knows that she's getting. And I can also link these things. I need to do it somehow like that. Maybe I'll take a video of you this weekend, like opening gifts, and then like do a reel and like link everything from your registry. So if you guys like comment shop, you know how we do this on Instagram, they could like get all the links.
That's a good idea.
So that could be another, but if you're watching on YouTube, I'll link, and if you're podcasting, I'll figure something out, or like audio only, I'll figure something out.
Nice.
Hit it.
So I would say for the registry, super hard to compile. I spent a lot of time on it. Mom helped on it a lot, because initially I had like 30 or 40 things. We ended up close to 100, which was great.
Wow.
Incredible. And I looked at a lot of friends' registries as well, so for different ideas.
I love it.
So we did a lot of Silver Cross. So Silver Cross stroller, like we talked about, and then the pack and play and the high chair. I'm trying to think. We did this people love the slumber pod, which goes over a crib, especially if you're traveling, and it's like a blackout shade essentially. It literally looks like a tent. And then we did the Newton mattress for the crib, and then the Newton bassinet. We decided against doing this new. Some people love it. We just did a kind of a typical bassinet right next to the bed. I'm trying to think what else. We did a lot of Kite Baby sleep sacks, which was super fun. And then a lot of nursery decor, which I feel like you can link all of the Erin Pottery Barn.
Yes.
And then we did the Owlet Dream Sock, which again, people have mixed reviews on that one. It's either mostly positive, or people say that they get nervous because if the sock falls off and then there's an alert that something's wrong with the baby, it obviously freaks you out.
Okay.
But for the most part, people loved it. So we ended up registering for that. We did the Munchkin diaper pail, and that was like, we had a different diaper pail that everyone swore by initially. And then as I was reading reviews, it was saying that it didn't actually keep the smell in, because it's like, you know, when you're done with the diaper, you put it in there.
Okay.
So we switched to the Munchkin. I don't know if that was a good or a bad idea, but I'll let you know after December.
We're going to need reviews on this.
Mm-hmm. And then people loved the Dagny Dover backpack and the changing kit for either your main diaper bag or a travel diaper bag. And then the car seats, which I think you linked to the last one, but we did the Pippa RX and the Pippa RX base for the infant, which works in our travel stroller, because we did the Nuna travel stroller. And then it also works with the Silver Cross because there's an adapter. And then if you listen to the last podcast, there was a trauma emergency room doctor who said to get the Nuna Rava flame retardant free convertible car seat, which he swore by. So that will be when they're a little bit older. I forget the exact if it's pounds or age or whatever, but it's the second car seat.
This is like a foreign language.
I know, all these names. And when I first started to register, like every single thing that I've mentioned, there's like 8 different brands for each of them. And a lot of times people just say like their baby took to one or the other. I'm like, that's so fantastic. But what do I do when I don't have a baby yet?
Right. I don't have my baby yet to take to one of And these names are so funny.
They're so funny. We did the Baby Bjorn carrier, which people love. And then we also did the Sally wrap carrier as well, which is... I'm not really sure what the difference between the two of them is. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Again, I can let you know. And then a lot of the Frida baby, like first aid or medical things. So like the nail buffer, the pacifier that gives them medicine. I'm trying to think what else. The teether, the grooming kit, the nasal aspirator, things like that. And then... I can give you all of the links for the nursery. Why don't you send me the whole...
You got those really cute picture frames the other day. Those were
really cute. Two's Company picture frames.
They were like raffia rattan.
Yes. And then Mom suggested, and I've heard this from other people as well, like a cordless light that isn't super, super bright, because you don't have to walk into the nursery and like flip on that light, especially if you're putting away clothes and the baby's sleeping or whatever you're doing. And sorry, I just ran into the microphone there.
You're fine.
And so I added a cordless light from Pottery Barn, which is like one of those that you just touch the top of them. I think they also sell them on Amazon.
I love that.
So that there's a little bit of light, but nothing crazy. And then I do all of the Duncan and Stone memory book. So like anniversary book, gift book, that kind of stuff. So I did the baby's first year through Duncan and Stone. A lot of tummy time activities. And then we did a lot of the Love Every toys.
Okay.
So like the mat, the strands, like
I
the
really
rattle.
wish I knew what you were talking about.
And then we registered for the play gym as well. And then the Maxi Cozy swing, which Connor put together the other day.
Oh, I
It's
love
adorable.
that. Has he been having a good time putting this stuff together?
God, so much fun. And he's doing it as it comes in, which is fantastic, except we have so many baby things like up and ready to go.
Yeah.
The swing will need pretty much immediately, or could need immediately. And then the bassinet obviously will need, night one. So that's all good things. And then the stroller. But like there was something the other day he went to go put together. I'm like, we don't even need that until the baby's like 6 months. Like we can leave it in the box.
Have you been keeping it in the basement?
It depends. If it's more nursery or like clothing or things like toys, we put it up in the nursery. If it's like the larger items, he's putting it in the basement.
Okay, I was just wondering, like,
it looks like a little store down there.
That's so cute. I was here at the house working, and when it came over, I think the night before had put together the bouncy seat.
Yes.
And I walked by, I'm like, oh my God, there's a little person's. Like, it was really
like
cute
the little
to see.
like activity center.
Yeah.
So you put them in the middle and they have different things to play with.
I feel like we're just gonna like be staring at the baby like all the time. Constantly. Okay, I do have some questions about just like you as a mother. Okay, so you're due in December. How are you preparing mentally and physically for labor? Because I am like so afraid of childbirth.
So great question. I so far am not afraid of labor and delivery.
Yeah, you're so chill.
We're gonna see if that changes. So we signed up for a labor and delivery class. The in-person class was gonna be like 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we both looked at each other and we're like, we're not gonna enjoy a minute of this. That's a long time.
That could be longer than your labor
and delivery. So we did the online version, and it comes in different modules. So we're gonna look at some of those modules at some point as it gets a little bit closer, and then we have to come up with a birth plan, which we have to fill out like 3 pages worth of things, like if all goes well, of course, like if there's an emergency or something that doctors take over, but we have to fill that out. I would say we did the classes through our hospital wellness program.
Okay.
So we did the little baby basics class, which was so cute.
That's so cute.
It was adorable. And then I would say I learned like a handful extra things. Like for the most part, it was just a good refresher. I felt like I was in like a babysitting class. Like remember when we did the babysitting class when we were younger? Like it was very much that vibe.
And you're like made for these types of like seminars.
No, I love them. And it's in the old school.
Where?
So, up like where we did Safety Town, or where Safety Town would have been.
Oh my God, yes. Oh, that's so funny.
So like you literally feel like you're in a classroom. Like
they've got everything up there.
No, it's hysterical. So it was only a couple minutes from our house, and then we did the infant and child CPR and choking class, which I actually think was the best class if you're gonna take one of them.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I forgot most of it from we learned it in high school. I think
we did.
Connor was a lifeguard, but again, that was high school. So I mean,
good to brush up on those skills.
Exactly. Yeah. So that was a really good one. And then we have the tour of the hospital.
Oh.
Which I think is a virtual tour. And then there was an in-person option. I think that's pretty much it when it comes to classes.
That's kind of a lot. I feel like you just like rattled up a million classes that you guys have been to.
Oh, and then we ended up doing the baptism class before. That was through our church. But we did that before we had the baby, which that was Mom's idea. I didn't even think about being able to do it before you have the baby. And the class was a mixture of people who have already had their child and then who were pregnant, and it was kind of nice just to check it off the list because it's so much easier. Just Connor and I.
So much easier now to just do it now.
Really smart of Mom to suggest that. So now, whenever we're ready to baptize the baby, which is pretty like fast after they're born,
yes,
we're good to go. Like we don't need to wait for a class or anything. Like we've already done the
slay one class now. Okay, good. Wow,
so
you guys
was
are
fantastic.
Really organized, getting your affairs in order. So you're not afraid of childbirth?
Not right. Not so far.
Okay, all right.
I feel like as it gets closer, I definitely will. Like today at the ultrasound, we learned the baby was 4 pounds, I think it is, and it's very much like, my goodness, like this child has to be delivered at some point.
Right. We were just talking the other day, not that this is like top podcast like topics that we want to talk about, but I was with like Grammy and your mother-in-law and Mom, and I was sitting next to Elizabeth, and you were opening gifts, and we were just talking about like how much we don't know about childbirth.
Yeah, I mean,
and how much we are learning through this.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hear stories from friends. And then now a lot of my friends have had babies in the last like 6 months or so. And like some labor and delivery has been fantastic and others has like just absolutely not been.
Yeah. So no like 2 experiences could be the same whatsoever.
Right, exactly.
Your baby could just like show up, slide out, and then you could be there for like 48 hours.
No, truly. So I don't know how much of the labor and delivery modules I want to do. Like, I'm definitely going to do some of them.
Yes.
But like, so far, I don't think I'll have to have a C-section, knock on wood.
Right.
So I don't know if I'll worry about that module, because I also don't want to scare myself. Like, it has to happen. Like, that's the only way to get this child out.
Right. And I don't want you to think that it was scary. Like, I just am more like, you know, thinking about it. But again, I think like like your body prepares yourself these 9 months. And I think you're going to be so happy to have this baby out of you. This is what I was learning from the women at the table.
Yes.
That once you go in there, like, it's all good. And obviously as it gets easier per baby, right? You know what's going on. But I do feel like you're like more of your friends, like you said, are having children.
Yes.
So it's not like you're like the first person in your
which
friends
is super
to like
nice.
have kids, which is also really
Yes.
nice. Oh, this is cute. How have you kept your sense of style during pregnancy?
Oh my gosh.
Pivoting.
So I have a personal stylist. She works super, super hard. Her name's Mom. Anne. So she really outfitted me at the beginning of the entire pregnancy from a whole bunch of different places, which I think we talked about in the first podcast.
We did.
So there's a lot of detail. Like, I think you probably even put links and stuff in the first podcast.
I don't know if I put links, but I can share some more.
Yeah, and there's for sure like all of the brand names and all that kind of stuff. So I would say that I really haven't had to buy too much else since like the first big haul that Mom did for me, which was incredible. And then like for the showers, that was like a very specific thing.
Right.
We were looking for, primarily her, and she found amazing, adorable options. There's like not great options out there. I mean, it's like not awful, but like what she found is incredible, but it took her a lot of time. Like,
because you are wearing like true maternity clothes, you would say.
Yes.
Yeah, everything is maternity, which I'm not in the thick of it with like the young pregnant women, but I don't know how much people are wearing maternity clothes versus not.
And there's been a couple dresses, like the Hill House dresses are great because there's actually, I learned not a difference between their maternity collection and their regular one.
Oh, no
if you go to their maternity tab, it just says, actually, this is the same dress, but people were getting confused, so we put it into 2 different tabs. So like dresses like that are fantastic because they've been able to grow with me.
Right. No, literally and figuratively. And I also feel like for work specifically, like that was the main concern. Like once you really started to show, because you wanted to be comfortable, but also like you are in a very professional setting where you are like dressing up, almost wearing heels every single day in a way. So that was like the main concern. If you're not going into those environments, I feel like you could be like, that takes out a huge category of
Especially
things.
if you're working from home.
Right. If you're working
from loungewear. Right.
I particularly love your maternity workout clothes that Mom got.
Oh my gosh, they're
so
adorable.
Cute, Claire. Like
They're
your
really
Addison
cute.
Bay stuff. I don't know when it was. Maybe like over one of like, I think Labor Day, you kept coming down in really cute things. I'm like, wait, I want that.
Yeah, no, the Addison Bay is adorable. I have the leggings, I have the skirts, which I'm still wearing because it's so nice outside.
Right.
And then the tops I actually don't think are maternity. I think we just got them in a larger size. And then the quarters that we also got into a larger size. So there have been some things I can do just a larger size in. Not so much right now. Like, it would be a little bit tight right now.
And
but
we really ranged from everything. Like you had bathing suits, you had workout clothes, you had your work outfits, you had like dresses, you had cute tops, you had jeans. Like it was every single.
Yes. And I would say Mom found really cute jeans at Target, but then also Abercrombie. And then there has been huge sales. So a lot of my jeans are Abercrombie. And then I did a haul for fall. So it was like black pants, boot cut jeans, which may look strange, to be determined, but they were fantastic. They're really comfortable too.
Yes. No, I feel like you seem to be able to really like mix and match everything. Like you're wearing something and I might have already seen it, but you've like reworked it a totally different way. So I love it. Any favorite maternity brands, hacks, or pieces that saved your wardrobe? Oh, that's a good question.
That's a great question. Love the Abercrombie jeans. Fantastic. And all different colors. They also have the white I don't really wear those as much, but in the summer. And then Seraphine was fantastic, but I believe that went out of business.
Oh, yeah. We talked about that last time.
Yeah. In the process of me being pregnant. And then Ripe was great as well.
Yeah.
There's a couple other ones. Maybe you can link some good examples. Honestly, Quince Maternity was fantastic. Like the button downs, some of their dresses. I believe both of my shower dresses are from Pink Blush Maternity, if that's what it's called. So both of those dresses are from there. Adorable. And then the workout clothes from Addison Bay. amazing.
Even
Because they
if
have the extra panel too.
Okay.
Like to go over my stomach. They're really, really comfortable.
even if you're not pregnant, everything that like all the patterns and stuff
Adorable.
are so cute.
Yes.
Very, very sweet pieces.
Really cute.
What's one piece you'll be happy to stop wearing after the baby's born? That's funny.
That is really funny. I think I'm getting sick of the oversized tops. Like,
Okay.
I think I'm not looking for anything super tight fitting, but like even just like a little bit, like some shape, because I don't have a shape right now. My shape is a basketball in front of me.
Right. Yeah. Has the weight of your stomach, like, have you felt it more?
Definitely in my lower back. Like if I was laying on the couch needle pointing and then all of a sudden like I have to stand up and like get up and walk around. And then I find myself kind of like leaning forward a little bit. And then I have to like, kind of catch myself. But it's been more recently.
Do you desperately want to lay on your stomach?
That or my back, because you're not allowed to lay on your back anymore. You're allowed to up to a certain week. I forget what it was, but I haven't been laying on my back for a while. And then it's not even comfortable to lay on your back. Like for a split second, it feels great, but then like it actually causes your back to hurt more. So that's going to be my most exciting is to just lay on my back.
Can you still get like a prenatal massage, or are you too late?
No, I can keep doing it.
Because didn't they have that thing where you like laid on your stomach?
Yes. Yeah, I've done that. And then I've also done where you lay on the side. I think I prefer laying on my stomach because like you're in like a whole contraption.
Yeah, I feel like that would be. I don't think it's gotten maybe like to the point where I always see those like reels or TikToks. This could be really weird, but like where someone's holding your stomach up.
Connor's held my stomach up.
Does it feel like
Feels
relief?
great. Yeah.
Oh my God. That's so, this is the stuff that I'm like so intrigued by.
Yes. And then I have the band too, like especially for around the house. If like I'm doing like either running errands or doing things around the house, it feels fantastic.
Has there anything that you've been craving like after your chicken?
I would say more sweets. Like there was a couple weeks in there that it was like gummies, and then maybe a month or so. And then just in general, I would say more sweets. Like I can go without like a salty snack, but if there's like a cookie in front of me, like which before I would be like, that's
not really you. You'd be like, oh, I'm okay.
Yeah, right, exactly. And then I think it was a couple weeks ago. I don't know if mom told you this, but Connor was out of town and I had made one chocolate chip cookie for myself because I was like, I don't need to make like a whole thing. Like I'll just just have the one, and a glass of milk. And then I ended up having 4 or 5 glasses of milk after that. Like I could not stop drinking milk.
That's so funny.
And I had to stop myself because I've also been really into cereal and milk. So I think it's definitely a calcium thing.
Yeah.
Because I knew I'd want cereal the next day. And if I was out of milk, I would have been devastated. I literally had to stop myself.
Yeah. You're not a big milk girl either. Like that's like that's not what I think of you. You don't even get milk in your coffee.
No. Right. Like, exactly.
Period. That's so funny. Oh, this is cute. Do you plan on doing a post-baby wardrobe refresh? Do people continue to wear their maternity clothes after?
Yeah, it kind of just depends. It just like some things are so like the panel pants, my guess is probably not as much, but like the dresses, absolutely, I would assume.
Well, it is going to be nice like when the baby's born because you can just like do sweaters and like exactly. You're already covered to begin with. Like,
and I don't really plan on going anywhere for a couple months.
No one will be seeing you for what is Dad keep saying? I think he said it on the podcast. He's like lockdown,
it was lockdown mode.
I don't know when it was like they gave us a date in November, like so no one gets sick. And but he's taking it like I think he heard it from somebody and he's like.
He's probably freaking out.
This is the day. I'm like, well, I'm still going to be doing stuff. Like Elizabeth's still going to be doing stuff. Like no one can just get sick, which I obviously understand.
I think mom said it, and I think mom's point is like we're not going on any vacations. If there's big parties or something, like we're not going to it, because it's not worth getting sick. Because if they're sick, they can't meet the baby.
You can't meet the baby, exactly. It's just really funny because like we'll be having a conversation, then he'll just kind of like shout it out, like, "Well, we're locking it down." And we're like, all right, we're gonna ease into that,
right? And it was kind of an early date, I think, and which was also causing him. Which is good, but it was causing him to panic, I think.
Yeah, I think then the date got moved up because he was like, yeah, there has been a lot of changing with the dates, but that is definitely it's on his mind. You can tell. That's so funny. All right, how has this journey brought us as sisters closer together? Has it? I think I'm just more like in not shock, but like in it's surreal seeing like my sister pregnant.
I could see that.
Like it's so weird. Like I
don't think our relationship's changed at all.
No, not at all. Like literally not in the
I think
slightest.
it's still great. Like there's at least no changes on my end.
No, there's literally been like zero change other than the fact that I think it's so crazy like that you are pregnant.
I could see that.
Yeah. And like your stomach and everything like that. And then like there's going to be somebody that we haven't met yet. I also think that's kind of crazy.
That is weird. That is part of our family.
And I think like the fact that you're going to be like a mother is so crazy to me. You know what I mean?
Like in charge of somebody else.
Yes. Like it's just, like this is my mom. Like, no, that's my sister.
Yeah. Shut up, kid. That's my sister.
Right, that's my sister. Like, but it's the whole thing is so funny.
I knew her first.
I did know you first. That's why I could see now and people are like, oh my God, I knew you when you were little. Like that has more weight to it these days.
100%.
Because I will know this person since they were little.
And I think about that with all of my friends who are having kids.
Yes.
Like I will have literally known you since you were born.
Yeah. I think that's the most exciting thing that now we get to enter into is like knowing people from when they were like babies.
Like technically speaking, I've known both you and Elizabeth since you were born.
Yeah, but did you remember me when I was born?
No, but like
right.
Like you haven't known me since I was born.
That's so true though. I forgot this conversation.
I mean, not that I remember. I remember Elizabeth, but
I remember Elizabeth. Yeah. Hard to forget her. Okay. Has becoming, well, you're not a mother yet, but has becoming pregnant like changed you in any way like during this journey yet, or do you think it'll mostly change like once you have the baby?
I think it'll mostly change once I have the baby.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, this is a cute one, and then we're gonna do some rapid fire questions. What's one tradition or value you definitely want to pass down to your child?
Oh, that's really cute. I think this will be later on, but having dinner as a family every night.
Yep.
That was huge when we were younger. There's a lot of holiday traditions, I would say.
Yeah.
That I think will come as we start celebrating holidays.
Right.
I mean, the baby will be like a couple weeks old potentially at Christmas. So like it's not like we can like do too much with the baby because he'll be like days old.
Sleeping.
Yeah, right, exactly. Right. So
I'm sorry not to interrupt. I just imagine like this baby is like under the tree and like a little like
nestled and
like we're taking pictures of the baby. We're just like all
100%.
huddled around the baby under the tree.
Yep.
that's my image of our December. I don't know what you guys are doing in December, but that's where I'll be.
Just watching the baby who's underneath the tree.
No, I literally.
It's so funny.
So funny. Okay, we're gonna do some rapid fire questions to wrap up. All right, so we kind of touched upon this craving you've had the most.
It was chicken initially.
Worst advice you've received. Oh my God, that's so funny.
Worst advice?
You could even be just like for your pregnancy. Like it doesn't have to be for.
Oh, I'm sure I honestly can't think of anything right this second.
I don't know if you receive like such like terrible advice that you can't even like.
I think there's some people that have like questionable like things in general. Like I can't think of anything specific, but like they say something and you're like, oh, okay, well, I probably won't do that, but thanks for thinking of me.
The only thing that comes to mind, this isn't even really advice, it's more just like behavior of like people like wanting to touch your stomach, and it's like totally like inappropriate.
I had somebody pretty early on, like I was showing a little bit, but I think she knew that I was pregnant from somebody else. It was like an older woman, and she kind of pointed at me and she said, do you have something to tell me? And I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's like that kind of behavior that I think would be like a little bit like peculiar. Okay, one word to describe your pregnancy.
I just say pretty easy. I don't know. But I feel bad because a lot of pregnancies are not. Like I would say I was like the first trimester, I wouldn't say was easy, but like I think you also kind of forget as much.
No, I would say it's been easy as well. Like as somebody who's like not been around a lot of pregnant people,
very grateful for, I would say, except for like 6 weeks at the beginning where I was super, super nauseous.
Right. Yeah.
And like couldn't get up off the couch.
Right. Yes. No. Yeah. I mean, I kind of agree. I feel like it's been easy. All right. What's the last thing that you yourself have bought for the baby?
Oh gosh, the most recent thing I've bought. I don't actually think I've bought anything since the announcement outfit.
I could actually see that.
Because we'll do a handful of things before the baby comes after the baby showers for the things that we haven't received and we might need. And then besides that, though, I think it'll be a lot of shopping after the baby's born. Since we don't know the gender, it's really easy to not buy clothes right now because you don't know. Like, I think it'd be so hard if you knew the gender to not go crazy.
We were talking to somebody the other day and we were kind of saying like, we haven't bought other than like equipment and what's on your registry because you don't want everything to be like so neutral,
right?
Like you do want some color, or not even color, but like there's cute things with bows on it as opposed to like, I don't know, something that's like more boyish.
Yeah,
like,
right.
So
exactly.
you definitely, I think once you find out like you have the stuff for the first couple weeks, and then like you'll curate it a little bit more. Plus we have to like meet the person, see their personality, like
right, exactly.
everything like that.
Figure that out. And I've heard from a handful of girls too that the late night feedings, they're just on Amazon, and they're like, we're exhausted, we forget what we ordered, and there's like 42 packages at the front door the next morning.
No, I could totally see that. Like, and I think the floodgates will be open, but we're actually practicing such self-control because we don't know.
Right now. Because we don't know the gender.
Because we don't know the gender. I feel like we're gonna like, once we do find out that, like, I don't know why, I just feel like our family's going to like
lose their minds.
Like crazy personality is gonna come out. But like, couldn't you see, like, once we figure out if it's a boy or a girl, like all having like doing something really cheesy and like matching like sweatshirts or like t-shirts?
Something.
Like I wouldn't be surprised if like mom already has like both. You know, when like a team is about to win and they have like the t-shirts ready for like either
the
team.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, like I feel like that's what's gonna happen, and like screaming.
Or I could see like somehow matching pajamas, and like the baby is still matching, and the baby's like weeks old. Like we're all in matching pajamas.
Sometimes I think about it, and I think about like how our family is going to be. I just start laughing because I'm like, this is so funny. We are so
hilarious.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, especially during everything that's going on with you with work and with, you know, pregnancy. We really appreciate you coming back on the show. And I also need to feel my two guests a week. So
absolutely.
I'm pulling for anyone, but I was receiving so many questions to hear from you again. And so many, oh my God, I forgot to tell you this. So many people were swiping over. I guess they haven't really seen a picture of you like on my Instagram. Like
probably not.
Because when I announced your pregnancy, like the video, like you weren't showing.
I was so newly pregnant.
And then when you were on the podcast, like you couldn't tell because you were sitting, and like you had a black dress on that day. So many people were swiping over. I was like, oh, I guess like you haven't seen it. So I'll share some more pictures for sure from this weekend for our baby shower. So like you can see pregnant Claire.
I feel like a lot of my friends have said the exact same thing, and it's not like purposeful. Like that, I don't personally post that much on Instagram.
Don't. Yeah,
and like I feel like the pictures I've taken, I have posted on my Insta story or something, but like it just hasn't been that much.
I was getting so many people swiping over.
Hilarious.
So they were like eating it up. They were
Did
like,
they have
so
predictions on boy versus girl?
Yeah. I was getting like half and half for everybody. Like a lot of people were thinking girl just because like girl genes are strong, but then people were like, that would be so fun if you had a boy because that would be like a totally different like experience for everyone. So. Yeah, no, you were getting a lot of interactions. I forgot to tell you that. Yeah, it was really sweet. I'm like, I should have posted a picture of Claire earlier. You guys are coming out of the woodworks. No,
that's really funny. And then mom also wanted to mention that you'll do a nursery tour.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
At some point after the wallpaper is up. The wallpaper goes up next week, I think it is. And then the glider rocker has been ordered, and it takes like 10 weeks to deliver. So I ordered it back in August or so, but once that's in.
Yeah, no, we'll definitely go over, or maybe I can even show like before the wallpaper goes up, and then like whenever the glider and stuff shows, just to give them an idea. But yeah, we're definitely going to show Claire's nursery, and then I'll try to put stuff together for her registry for this weekend. Like I'll get a clip of you or something in case you guys want that information. Absolutely. So thank you all so much for listening to the first episode of Bows and Company for this week. We will talk to you guys on Thursday. I will be back here with Anne. So submit any questions if you want to do any type of like advice, like Anne's advice. We're gonna figure these things out. There's lots of segments that are coming with the 2 episodes per week. So we'll see you guys on Thursday. Thank you for joining us, Claire.
Yes,
we'd love to hear from you. And remember that everything is better with a bow. Bye-bye now.